Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to life inside giant offshore rigs in middle of the ocean. I said like maybe like a week or two ago when I was reacting to life inside an aircraft carrier. I think it was in that video. I've mentioned it before at some point that I would be interested in seeing this because oil rigs are those, like, they're just, you see them and to me they're like, they creep me out a bit. Like, you're in the middle of the ocean and you're just on this man-made bit of whatever, and you're working away from what I assume it's like a pretty hard job, and you're away for a long time. I don't know how it works, but my sister's boyfriend works in oil rigs sometimes, I think, and not really spoke to him about it because obviously they live far away, but I just know he does, and it's just always fascinating me. It's one of those jobs, I know it's a well-paid job and rightly so, but the ins and outs I don't know. I don't really know what it involves. Have you got like recreational areas where you can just do whatever? Have you got cinema rooms? Probably not. Have you got, I don't know, like, what are the rooms that you sleep in? Like, what can you even get up to in your spare time? It's fascinating, and you're seeing this, and look at this view for starters. That looks pretty wild. Is this in the middle of the Arctic Ocean? I don't know, but we're going to check this out. Hopefully you're going to enjoy it. It's probably a bit different. Maybe not everyone's interested in this stuff, but for me, you know what? It's just something that fascinates me and I don't know much about, so we're going to check this out. Also, if you've worked on an oil rig, let me know what it's like. Did you enjoy it? Is it one of those jobs that you wish you could have done for longer, or you hated, or whatever? I could see it as a very stressful job for starters, and I think it'd be one of the most straining jobs, mentally exhausting, but maybe I'll be proven wrong because you're just stuck in this small area I'm going to assume you're stuck on for at least a month, but probably longer. I don't know, but I'm going to assume maybe even longer. But yeah, we're going to check this out. Links are in the description to my Patreon if you want to see some more of my reactions to music, videos, TV series, movies, YouTube videos that I can't post onto YouTube. Yeah, all that stuff. If you're interested, links are there. But let's just check this out and see what life is like on an oil rig. And they're usually like, there's usually like a few of them together as well, right? Like, there's not just one on its own, unless maybe there are some, but I feel like they are quite relatively close. How you see here, one here, another one a bit this way, you know.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus channel.
Do they float?
Offshore oil drilling is one of the most popular methods of extracting valuable energy for use in our world today. However, operating far at sea on a floating or fixed platform presents
some float. So you're literally feeling the waves all the time.
A unique set of challenges for the 50 to 200 men and women who call the offshore platform their home at any given time. In this feature, we will explore life on these faraway offshore platforms and look into what really keeps the workers going for so many months at a time. The facilities on an average oil rig vary a great deal depending on its size, design, and intended purpose. Rigs are operational round the clock, which means 2 teams of workers will operate on 12-hour shifts each day.
What? Fuck me. 2 teams work 12-hour shifts, and I assume every single day. For probably, again, at least a month. I'm going to assume a few months, maybe 2 or 3 months. What? That sounds insane.
To make the workers as comfortable as possible in their off hours, most rigs have game rooms, movie rooms, and gyms.
Okay, that makes it seem a bit better. A bit. The fact that they can fit these on.
All of them contain laundry facilities and a commissary for snacks and drinks. There is always at least one communal dining hall.
Quite big.
There is never a dull moment on an offshore rig because the occupants are either on active duty or making use of any of the available amenities. Cabins are typically bunk style with 2 to 4 beds each and an ensuite bathroom shared by occupants of each cabin. A lot of investment is also made to assure the safety of the people in these platforms.
Okay.
Each rig contains a fire room, and all workers are properly trained on the use of life-saving fire equipment whenever the need arises.
We have a fire indication in the galley. Please proceed to your muster station, wearing warm clothing and obey your muster checker.
In case there is a need to leave the rig in a hurry, all rigs are mandatorily equipped with enclosed lifeboats that can easily be dropped into the ocean. All rig owners are also supposed to meet a series of technical and operational requirements on how to plan and carry out evacuations. On the other hand, getting to an offshore rig is never done in a hurry. Since oil rigs are often located in isolated areas prone to rough seas, the rig owners can't risk heavy ships bashing into the sides of the platform. For this reason, smaller workboats and crew boats are preferred to transfer the workforce from the shore to the rig, which in itself is no easy undertaking.
Wait, is there people in that? What the hell?
Helicopters, however, though more expensive, are the most commonly used transport vehicles during bad weather, through which rig workers commute both during crew change and the end of service. Most modern oil platform installations are therefore constructed with adequate landing space for helicopters or a fully designated helipad. The assurance of a safe ride is very important for the workers as they gear up to perform the various difficult tasks awaiting them on the platform. In the oil and gas industry, offshore workers' roles are wide-ranging. Some are medical staff who man the rig's sick bay.
Oh, what? They've actually got like staff for different things. I thought it would just be all people just focusing on doing just, I don't know what it is, oil work. I don't know what to say, but they've got jobs around it as well. That's something that I wouldn't have expected.
Medics on an oil rig typically work 12-hour shifts, remain on call around the clock, and are flown back to land every 2 weeks for change of duty.
Okay.
There are also managers, engineers, and cooks among the workers, but the majority of them are roughnecks, or hard manual laborers responsible for various chores.
Brutal.
These chores keep the rig running day after day. Roughnecks have a variety of jobs and job titles.
Just so many heavy bits of equipment. You can just see how so many things could go wrong. Obviously, they're trained for this, but just in my head, I'm thinking about the worst case scenario.
Derrick hands are responsible for guiding the stands of the drill pipe into the fingers at the top of the derrick.
Like, what the hell?
Monitoring viscosity and the mud density while adding chemicals and oil-based fluids. One of the most important jobs on the rig is that of the installation manager. Known as the OIM, the installation manager handles all offshore activities.
This is a massive oil rig. What the hell? Look at the size of this.
On an oil rig, including maintenance, drilling process, project work, and training. OIMs are trained on how to handle emergencies and how to ensure the health, general well-being, and above all, the safety of the crew, which is of prime concern all over the industry. Whereas land-based oil companies can expand their wells as needed, ocean-based businesses need to know the size and type of oil rig required before the drilling starts.
Like, some look big and you can see there being like more things that you can just do, but some are so small.
Indeed, oil rigs come in a variety of different styles. Some are built atop shallow ocean shelves, while some are free-floating and merely tethered to the seafloor.
What the hell?
Others are actually mounted atop ships or barges. These types can easily be moved from one drilling point to another when the well dries up. One of the largest seaborne oil fields in the world is the Goliat field off the northern coast of Norway.
What the hell?
Goliat field includes a cylindrical floating, production, storage, and offloading facility called Savan 1000 FPSO, and 8 subsea templates with up to 32 wells.
That is huge.
This
What?
field is capable of producing 174 million recoverable barrels, so it requires an equally large extraction process. For this, the Var Energy Company created the Goliat FPSO project. This massive floating plant has a hull diameter of 270 feet, a storage capacity of 950,000 oil barrels, and is staffed by over 120 full-time workers. Despite operating in the Arctic Circle, the Goliat platform was actually constructed at a Hyundai plant in South Korea. To get it from there required a journey consisting of about 16,000 nautical miles. This task was given to the Dockside Vanguard, the largest heavy transport vessel in the world. To get the platform on board, several tugboats slowly towed it out into the harbor. There, the Dockwise Vanguard flooded its tanks, submerging its platform by around 30 meters. As soon as the platform was moved into position, the tanks were cleared and the Goliat was prepared for transport. The trip took 63 days.
63 days. What the fuck?
That's the end of.
I wish it focused a little bit more on actually inside, but still, it is just fascinating to see how all this stuff works. Oil rigs are fascinating to me. I love looking at them, watching how the ocean moves around them. Would love to know how they build these things. Yeah, it's just... Wait, it's the first one. This was by far one of my favourite jobs I've ever worked. I was what they called a SDR, Safety Department Representative. But I started off years earlier as a roustabout. If you can handle being gone from home, and I could, there is no better job. Yes, you work 12 hours a day for 14, 21 and 28 days, but when you get off, your steps from a shower, supper and your bed. They cook for you after my shower. I placed my dirty clothes outside my room, and the next morning they were clean. When I went to work, they pulled and washed my sheets, made my bed, cleaned my room. Granted, I was on a semi, which was one of the biggest in the industry, but I loved it. Once you get out there and start working regular shift, you end up with 2 families. One, you're stuck with them for months, aren't you? The only reason I ever quit was because of a bad car accident. Oh, that's sad. You would have still been doing it. That's depressing, man. So, I mean, maybe it's a lot more enjoyable than I'm thinking. I mean, it just seems so stressful. Maybe some people love it, some people don't. It's probably just depending on who you are and what you enjoy. But yeah, this is a fascinating watch, and if you have worked on an oil rig, let me know, please. I would be really interested in what life is like on one of these. But yeah, until next time, like, subscribe.